Well, I love that umbrella guy.
My wife and I love that umbrella guy. We love that umbrella guy.
If you love that umbrella guy too, make sure that you're subbed. Make sure that you hit that bell for daily notifications. Like the videos you like. And if you want to go further, if you love the channel and want to help it out and are under no obligation to do so, check out the links in the description. One of those is The Case of the Littlest Umbrella, which is an all-ages Lovecraftian tale. Now that does not mean for kids. That means for anybody who wants to check it out. There are 2 comic books that are associated with this, and this is pretty much the answer that I have for gatekeeping. You know, we have been brigaded against constantly since we decided to launch. That's something that community, of course, has helped out with, and I've appreciated there. You know, if you want to sidestep gatekeeping, you present something to community, and you allow them to make the choice of whether or not they want to support something, because without the continued support of communities, well, all things fail. So, you know, appreciate the community in this, appreciate the community in all things, and we'll talk about that at the end of the video. So today we are going to be talking about another voice actor. We are talking about the voice of Winnie the Pooh. And this stuff here, it is absolutely insane. Why? Because of the reaction to it, considering where this stuff is sourced from. Now, you have to remember something about contentious divorces and filings. You have to remember that people can say anything they want, you know, when they start out. They can prove it later on, you know, whether or not they do. Well, that's totally open there. And defamation and getting in trouble, yeah, that doesn't exist then. That's why you see some of the nastiest things ever stated come out in those times. That's why those records are supposed to be sealed. And well, when that stuff slips out, if you're talking about judging people by it, that is a terrible way to go out and act. And yet, that's where we're going to be. We're going to look at some of those Twitter claims, too. We're going to look at the way people react to that in just a moment. But for that, I want you to look at not the accusations. You can go and look this article up if you want to. But I want you to understand the stage that it's on. They tell you this at the beginning of it. They tell you right here. And yet, when they put this together, they make it sound like that somebody out there, just some rando, has accused him of R to the A to the P to the E to animal abuse and on. Not that he wasn't in a contentious divorce, and we need, well, to accordingly, maybe, just maybe, make sure that this guy gets due process. Here, it says that, right through here. He's currently locked in a bitter war with his ex-wife. You notice the descriptor, bitter war. And she is claiming years of abuse by the star, including sexual assault, drug addiction, and animal abuse. Now, he has also made claims about her as well. They've gone back and forth, shots fired, because, again, bitter war. When you get into these custody battles, too, they are some of the nastiest things that you'll ever see. But hey, let's sidestep that all together. Now, this talks about their relationship here. They have 2 minor daughters and have been arguing in an LA County courtroom over alleged incidents of abuse that occurred between 2011 and 2018 after the couple's marriage fell apart. Now, when you see this stuff, too, like I say, you can have any types of claims, and there are quite a few claims in here, quite a few disturbing ones. That is the way that a lot of folks play here. Now, I'm not saying that this guy is guilty. I'm not saying that this guy is innocent. I'm saying, number one, that this stuff, it popped up in the litigation. You have a lot of stuff that, quote unquote, supposedly happens. And well, you know, people have been pointing out and saying, oh man, there's restraining order here and on. And that kind of stuff, it proves that something transpired. That, again, if you go back and you look at how you can set this stuff up, yeah, you know, it is far far from cut and dry there. They have been giving dueling testimony in a Los Angeles courtroom about the years of allegations and ongoing incidents. Jim was actually on the stand for 2 days being questioned by a powerhouse attorney and giving his side of the story. The Disney star says he tried to work things out amicably with his ex-wife, but says she will have outbursts of hostility directed at me and often change her behavior and attitude. It comes without warning. He has also alleged that she may have a mental health disorder and she has been taking medication. Jim is also very worried about his future with Disney, claiming Stephanie has threatened to ruin his long-standing career. He claims she has threatened, "I will go and ruin your reputation. I will go and tell people Winnie the Pooh is a woman-beating, drug-addicted freak." So, when you look at this kind of stuff, it is the he said, she said, much like a lot of these things end up being. And well, when you have that kind of stuff, what happens? Oh, you have the court of public opinion. The same people that go out and back things like KickVic, those people start sounding off and telling you that guy, he's a monster out there because, well, some random person out here, this random person that we haven't looked into at all, they made accusations about him in order to win a contentious courtroom battle. Turns out the man voiced Winnie the Pooh is an effing monster. To top it off, he committed a lot of this abuse in front of kids. GD. So, to top it off, he committed. That's saying that he definitely did this stuff. He did it in front of children, and we're going to burn him down. Well, it looks like those things out there, it looks like it's working for a lot of people. He will never, ever be able to shake the accusation. That's why when I talk about this stuff too, what I find so disturbing about it, it's the fact that accusation means that something is true. There's no substantiation of said accusation. It is simply accusation and, well, game on. Here you have another person saying, "I was willing to let his Trump support slide due to his superb voice acting. But, so you already have a reason to burn the guy down because he backed the wrong type of candidate. But the revelations from his ex-wife that he is a much smaller version of Harvey Weinstein who abuses both women and animals proves that he was never a good man. These are people out there, again, that are openly throwing this out. You see how many people are spreading this around, too. And in spreading this, it takes no foundation whatsoever, no substantiation. It simply takes someone being angry at another person to burn everything away. That's what bothers me when I look at this. You do have people that are sounding off and saying, hey, this kind of stuff here, this kind of stuff you got to think about. You got to make sure that that these accusations are correct. But you also, have stuff like this. My opinion on the Jim Cummings allegation. The woman has police documentation and a restraining order. I lived through a relationship similar to hers, and honestly, she did a lot more than I did. No matter if you're married or not or divorced, no one should be allowed to force themselves on you without permission. No one should treat you in any way, shape, or form with nothing but respect. Emotional and mental abuse is real. If she has documentation and he's guilty, I will stand by her. Until then, she has my respect until the court decides. It's not my place to accuse or assume until then. If you're saying that she has your respect in this, that she has something there and that you see yourself in that in some way, shape, or form, it feels like you do take sides there. That's the thing. It does seem like it. We see so many people that are willing to throw in. Like someone here says, Jim Cummings is the new Vic Mignogna. Only difference is he's widely heard in American cartoons rather than dubbed anime. When it comes to certain types of scandals, it's going to be a huge blow to those who grew up with his work since he's in a lot of animated stuff. Yeah, and a lot of people don't believe in due process these days. That's the thing that scares me. When we see this stuff, that is the thing that scares me about so many people out there, about the names saying this and spreading it as well, because I know exactly where they stand. They stand with the quote-unquote victims. It doesn't matter if, again, you have anything substantiated. It doesn't matter if due process is afforded. Oh no, those people are more than willing to throw those rocks to make sure that careers and on are destroyed because, in this day and age, the retraction for those headlines, him actually saying, hey, I wasn't found guilty, if that comes to that, or, if it comes to anything whatsoever, it won't matter. The people following up on it, that won't matter. Time will have moved on. Those people are left in the rear view mirror, and the damage will be done. That's what disgusts me about current year. I mean, people go out, they leak this stuff that, again, if you look at the setting, you understand how it comes up. But hey, that stuff, facts, that doesn't matter. Over and over again. My God. I mean, if you look at the people involved, sheesh. I mean, it just keeps going and compounding. I would encourage you to look too, and to really, looking at this stuff, again, remember due process. Everyone should be afforded that. Everyone. That's the way that this stuff should work. And well, when you look at sourcing and you look at where things come from, I question everything. Freaking question everything. But anyhow, you tell me what you think about this stuff. So as I said at the beginning of the video, if you like this kind of content, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell, make sure that you like videos you like. Not everything, just like what you like. And well, I appreciate you for showing up. Community makes all endeavors possible. If you want to go further, if you want to help the channel out, there are links in the description. This is the first comic endeavor I have participated in, and I want to showcase it so people have a chance to back it if they want. Again, no obligation to do so, but I appreciate you checking it out. All ages love crafty and tell. This, all ages, means for everyone. And well, there are 2 comic books that are associated. You have 2 right here. You see one, art from Kyung Lee within this. And, I've showcased other artwork as well. If you want to know more about that, definitely let me know. And this as well, this is the Case of the Goody Bird. This is basically a satirical look back at all of the things that have transpired within comic books for the last 2 years. Good stuff, fun times, things that basically make me think about community. I want to know what you think about stuff too. I want to know what you think about all of this, all of the insanity and the blowback, and how this kind of stuff, it shapes to other people. You see how easy it is to burn people down. Give me your insight. You don't have to agree, disagree. I mean, you put that together. Again, I want to end by saying something. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you taking part in any endeavor. You make it possible. That's what a lot of people forget out there. They forget that you, communities, you are the ones that make everything possible out there. So I want to thank you. That's why I don't can this ending, because I want to remind me to remind you that I appreciate you there. So, ending, thank you. I appreciate you, and we'll do this again soon.